So it gives me very great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, who is Dr. Thay Joe Tan. I know him as Dr. Tan, but he's got quite a few names in there, but people tend to refer to him as Dr. Tan. And Dr. Tan has a plethora of qualifications that he has achieved, and he's a renowned physician, dentist, and international acupuncture expert, acclaimed for his work in instant pain elimination. He founded Turbo Acupuncture and leads one of Europe's largest acupuncture practices in Stuttgart, Germany. He is recognized, which is recognized as a center of excellence. And Dr. Tan, let's just see, every time I get to this point, the computer goes off to the side. Let's see if Denise has put it in the chat. Yeah. He's there. There he is. I'm curious, Dr. Tan, are you actually in Europe or are you in Malaysia at the moment?
I am Jakarta, Indonesia.
Are you in Indonesia? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to just hand over to you and let you take it away because I know that you've got lots to say and you're always interesting to me. So I'm really looking forward to hearing. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, thank you, Lorrayn, for inviting me to this summit that you put together. I can imagine how much effort it is to organize everything, and I appreciate that. And when we two agreed to have this, you invited me and I agreed. At that time, I didn't know that I would be in Indonesia. There's a certain reason for that. I will explain a bit later. I put together a little presentation, but what my intention is for today, and because I'm in Indonesia and I had my own event going on, my world tour going on, I was not able to join earlier to this summit. But what I heard from my predecessor speaker, just a few things I heard, was for me already amazing, where it was core values or whatever it was, challenges, which are actually opportunities. And what I would like for your audience today and everybody who is maybe seeing this recording at a future point in time is some practical hands-on tools that everybody can easily apply to herself, himself, right? So I start with that little presentation. I need to share my screen for that,
Yeah,
please.
let me just give you co-hosting too. So 1 second. Let's do that. Okay, there you go.
Okay, let's see where it is. No, this is not in, sorry. All right, this was not the right one.
Everybody's challenged. We need more 19-year-olds. That this is what happened with Rupi, and she had to get her 19-year-old daughter to help her. I think we definitely need these young people in our lives because they're able to manage all of the IT.
Okay, I had it before I came on here. Let me see. Come on.
I know, just while you're finding that, I know that if I'm understanding correctly, you're going to give a practical demonstration of something that we can all participate in. And so I was just going to say it might be fun for everybody when you do that, if we do put our cameras on, because and maybe do a collective. There we go. There you are. It's encouraging to see doing it too. Yeah, there we can. We can see that now.
So that's the right slide, right? That's the breakthrough strategies overcoming stress, anxiety, and depression. I want to emphasize depression. Depression is something which has a wide variety or deep variety. And what I'm addressing is if you have depression, if there's a patient having depression, that patient, that person is taken care of professionally. Everything I say, everything I add can add to that professional help. I mean, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a medical doctor who is specialized in depression. What I can add is something onto that, or if it is a depressive episode, but not if it isn't even a newly diagnosed deep depression, right? Just to make sure that that is understood. So I am at the moment in Jakarta on my Pain-Free Reality World Tour, which takes place wherever I am. There's a certain reason for why I'm here now. It is that my mother, who passed away in October last year. She was born in Indonesia here. Her wish was to that her ashes will given to the JVC, which is here, and it happened to be this date. That's why I'm here in Jakarta now. I want to dedicate this my presentation here for you to her, as I did earlier today when I helped 30 people in Jakarta getting out of pain. So thank you for also being aware of that. So, and from what I got from my previous speaker, she spoke about core values. What I want to share, what I would like to share with you in the beginning is my core beliefs, right? My core beliefs are, number one, be happy. So whatever it is, be happy. Whatever it happens in life, be happy. Think of that everything happens in life happens for you. So in your favor, not to you. And it happens for a certain reason, for a certain good reason. Some people say for a certain God reason. It must be good, right? Even if you don't see that it's good at this very moment in time. So number one, be happy. Number two, make other people happy, right? And for me as a therapist, it's very easy. Everything I do something for patients that makes them happy, because that it makes their life happy, more happy and easier. Number three, make this world a better place. And this is my mission with my tool Acupuncture, to deliver this to the world so that every patient, wherever that patient person may be, has access to this easy methodology of pain elimination. So back to the to this topic here. Although I normally speak about pain, Chinese medicine and acupuncture, and also turbo acupuncture in particular, is also good for treating stress, anxiety, and depression. And the principle is actually the same as it is simplify complexity. However complex the problem, the challenge, or opportunity might look like, what my approach is, how can I simplify that? And even if this says pain elimination, it applies the same to anxiety, depression, or stress. There are three secrets, or even better, three keys to that, how to solve that. And it is, maybe before I start with the keys, may I introduce, may I have a very little short video to introduce myself. You get rid of your pain with all the money. Isn't that incredible? Just only some minutes and you're free of your pain. Wanna know how this is possible? It's revolutionary technique. It's not magic, even if it sounds that way. And you only a weekend away from.
really excited to bring our next presenter up to the stage. Dr. Thay Joe Tan is a multiple international award-winning acupuncture expert on instant pain elimination. Who couldn't use a little bit of that? He is the founder and director of Turbo Acupuncture Academy and one of Europe's largest physician-led practices for acupuncture. Before that, he was senior resident and temporary deputy of the head of the first German hospital for TCM, University Hospital at Beijing, University of TCM in Germany. He's the first ever outside of China who was granted the inherited Master Fellowship of Qilu School of TCM for complex diseases. He's one of 64 acknowledged inherited schools of TCM in China. He's the host and chairman of the first World Summit on Turbo Acupuncture for instant pain elimination, and his superpower is instant pain elimination using only one acupuncture point. Please welcome to the Global Entrepreneurship stage, my good friend, Dr. Thay Joe Tan.
So what works with 1 point for pain can work also for anxiety, stress, and depression. Maybe it takes a bit longer than for pain. Pain is very easy, but it does work, or it can work. So coming back to the 3 keys now, to instant pain elimination, which are, as I said earlier, as I mentioned earlier, are the same for anxiety, depression, or stress. Key number one, have an open mind. So whether you are the patient or you are the therapist, you need to have an open mind that it is possible, that there are possibilities. And from my point of view, the more options you have, like today are 10 speakers, every speaker has another approach, another perspective, right? The more approaches you have, the more I would say strategies you have, the better. I mean, sometimes you just need to combine the one or the other, or maybe 3. But the most important thing, get the information and have an open mind for this information that's out there, right? Zhuangzi, that's one of the famous Chinese philosopher, next to Lao Tzu and Confucius. He said the mind of in Chinese, of course, the mind contains everything, right? So if you can imagine, that's everything, right? And Napoleon Hill said, what mind can conceive, man can achieve, right? You need to be able to conceive it first. If you can imagine it, then you can achieve it. That's key number 1 with everything. Key number 2 is understand pain. In this case, understand anxiety, stress, and depression, which you can summarize and you can simplify down to 2 things in Chinese medicine. Only if you understand it, right, then you can deal with it and then you can master it. So Albert Einstein said, learn the rules of the game and then play it better than anyone else. So in pain, there are in Germany, there are 23 million, in UK, 28 million pain patients, in US, 80 million pain patients. That's about a quarter of the population, right? And we need a different understanding of diseases, where it's pain, where it's depression, where it's anxiety. And once you understood the mechanism of that, then you need key number 3, just the right therapy. So in my case, it would be acupuncture, right? It could be homeopathy. It could be whatever other kind of therapy. There were 10 experts, or eight before me, 1 after me, who have all their expertise and all their experience with their modality of treating stress, anxiety, and depression. Within this therapy, you need, within this therapy, so within this methodology, you need a system, because only if you need to have a system, then you get the same result. A system is like a kitchen recipe, right? You have the ingredients, you have the amount, you have the timing, you have the temperature. If you do it exactly, execute it exactly, step by step, you always get the same result. You always get the same dish. You always get the same cake, no matter who does it, right? That's a system. And then you need, the number 3 is 3A, 3B, 3C, is you need the right therapist if you are the patient, or you need the right teacher if you are the therapist, right, to learn this methodology and the system. That's all about it. So that's the simplification of the complexity. Now I go back, I stop the screen share, go back on screen. So now, according to Chinese medicine, stress and depression, well, let's start with stress. Stress is clearly a thing of stagnant qi. According to Chinese medicine, qi, the vital energy, needs to flow, right? If it's flow, it's fine. If it gets stuck, you get a problem. One of these problems can be stress. Other kind of problem could be pain, but this kind of stress. So that's why if you move, right? If you move, so if you exercise, if you walk, even if you sing, you move your chest qi, right? Your lung qi, then the stress gets better, right? Depression can be the same thing, stagnant qi, so qi is not moving very well. Number one, that's the most important form of stress. And I will show you a point that you can acupressure yourself in a moment for stress and for stagnant liver qi. So the majority of depression is stagnant qi. The lesser proportion is a lung qi deficiency caused by grief, right? So if you grieve because somebody passed away, you lost a loved one, and you get sad, but if it gets longer, you could get depressed, right? That's another sort of depression that's addressed to the lung. So in that case, you need to strengthen the lung. How you do it yourself, I will show you in a minute. And the anxiety part, the anxiety is in Chinese medicine related to the kidney. So anxiety, fear, that kind of emotion belongs to the element of water, and the element of water, or the kidney, belongs to the element of water. So if we strengthen the kidney, then in this way we can benefit the anxiety. So what I want to share with you now, to make it simple and practical, is first of all, I want to show everybody the point that you can press yourself to make your qi moving better, right? So it would be, if you can see this, so my hand. So I'm right-handed. Whether you do it on left hand, right hand, doesn't matter. So I show it on the left hand with my right hand, right? So you adduct, so you put your thumb and your index finger together. Then there will be like a hill, a muscular hill there, right? So you go on top of that hill with your thumb, like this, and press towards the bone of the index finger, which is the metacarpal bone. So this is the index finger, this is the metacarpal bone, and you go on that hill there, on top of that thing, and press against, sorry, can you see this? You press against that bone. Best thing is you use your thumb, like this. You see it? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Right? Press the thumb here.
Yeah.
So it hurts a bit, but just press it. Press, and then do like this. Do like this. I'm here with my family, so there's family gathering.
Right, if you want to put the camera on, it'd be great. We can all see each other doing.
So the name of the point, if you want to look it up, right? Look it up in a book or look it up in internet, just put large intestine 4. That's large intestine 4. That's one of the strongest qi moving points, right? So how long do you do it? Well, do it as long as you like, right? Do it as long as you fall asleep. Do it as long as you feel better, right? Just do it.
I can feel it actually myself. I can really feel the.
And by the way, this works because, as I said, is a strong qi moving point, right? And in pain, also a reason for pain is just stagnant qi. So this is one of the best points to release pain also, any kind of pain. It's generalized, it's not super super selective like turbo acupuncture, but it's good enough, right? In many cases. So if you want to do it even more specific, you do this. You do not only pressing it, but like massaging it. And when you massage, rotate a bit, right? And if you want to do it even better, you do it 9 times against, so anti-clockwise, 9 times anti-clockwise, and then you do it 9 times clockwise.
Why 9 times?
Well, numerology. It is how it is. If somebody has an answer, so I never questioned that when my Qigong teacher said, my Qigong master said, it's 9 times this way, 9 times that way. I didn't question that. But good point, Lorrayn. Nobody asked me that before. Congratulations for that. But next time I'll ask. So 9 times clockwise, 9 times anti-clockwise, and then you can do the other side too. So if you're right-handed, normally you do the left hand first, and 9 times anti-clockwise, 9 times clockwise, and then you do the right hand 9 times anti-clockwise, 9 times clockwise, right? But I mean, just do it. Even if you do it 90 times on the right side and you fall asleep, and that's fine, right? That's fine. Okay, that was for the qi stagnation in stress and also in depression most of the times, right? The majority of depression is due to qi stagnation. So the lesser part of depression would be addressed to the lung, as I said, if it's because of sadness, grief. Now, the point I mentioned the point first, it's the point lung 9. Lung 9 is the tonification point of the lung meridian. Where is it situated? Now, I take again the left hand, right? And then maybe I point it with this one here. Point to this one here. So it's about maybe, let's say, a centimeter from this border, from this ulnar border where the thumb is. This is the ulnar border, and here about 1 centimeter there.
Oh yeah,
right?
you can feel it because you can feel a kind of little dent there.
Yes. That's one approach. And if you did acupuncture, you would put a needle here. I do it almost in every patient because every patient, especially in COVID-19 times and so on, everybody can benefit from that. That is one approach, or one approach how to, or one how to say, one point how to approach lung 9. There's a second approach which comes from here. Can you see this? So you go here, down here, and also there's like a ditch here, small ditch.
And there's a couple of them. So is it below the thumb joint?
It's more towards the what is it? Not the palm, the back of the hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, however, because if you don't needle it, right? Maybe there's acupuncturists here, but normally you are not professionals. So if an acupuncturist put a needle there, it must be very accurate. If you do acupressure, the accuracy of the point is as good as, I mean, your hands are. So what you could do is hit hit 2 birds with 1 stone, which means just approach that point lung 9 from both sides. Go from there and go from there and press it in. So don't squeeze the fold of the skin, but press inside, press like that. So you hit this point and the other, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
People are putting their cameras on. We're gripped actually. Yeah. This is really fascinating.
It's lung 9. At the same time, whether you the first one, so the large intestine 4 one, or this one, the same time you can do some breathing, right? So I showed you the points first, and now I say you can also breathe. How do you breathe? You just breathe as deep as you can in, as deep as you can, but as slow as you can, right? So the slower the better, the deeper the better. So like this. And then if you reach the peak, then you breathe out as slow as you can, as much as you can. The emphasis is on slow as you can. So just by reducing the speed, you take the speed of what is just right now happening in life, right? So breathe in to the top or to the bottom, however, and then breathe out as slow as possible, as deep as possible, and then as slow as possible out. Okay. So this you can use anytime. You can do it in the restroom, you can do it in bed, you can do it in the bus, you can do it, well, in the car. I wouldn't recommend in the car because then you have only one hand to steer. That might be unlawful. So I do not recommend that. But anywhere else, actually, you can do it, right? And you decide how long you do it. Do it as long as you feel comfortable. I mean, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't feel comfortable with that. And everything which is going in your mind should calm you down.
Well, I don't know if I'm just, imagining it, but I can definitely feel a difference, actually.
Yeah.
My emotion.
Have an open mind, right? This works. In some people, it works faster. In some people, it's slower. So this afternoon, I had 30 people all having pain, right? More pain, less pain, back pain, headache, whatever kind of pain. Some is just one needle, pain was gone. Other patients I need to work a little bit more on. But the system works. This works like, I always say, like amen in church. Right. So what you can also do, you could take a pen or pencil, a ballpoint, right? And press with the ballpoint there. Do it gently, So either here. If I say gently, I mean with gentle force. The emphasis is on gentle, not on force. Yeah, you don't want to have a hole in your skin after that, right? Gentle, gentle, gentle. And the other one is here. But if you don't have it, just put your fingers. It's good enough, right? So, how much more time do we have?
Gosh, I'm zoning out here. I'm getting into this. Well, we are overrunning over time, actually, Dr. Tan, but that's partly because we started late. So you've got about another, 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay. In this case, I would say I quickly. So what I wanted to do, but I then saw the title of my slot was something about acupuncture and not about what we already talked, but whatever about qigong, right? So there's not time now to do the qigong, but I would be happy to share with you the qigong as my extra, right? As my what do you call it, Lorrayn? My
free gift.
yeah, the free gift would be the qigong session, which means just get in touch with me, and then we do. The free gift is for the VIPs.
No, the free gift is for
Anybody. Okay. Yeah, I could do it for anybody. I mean, we'll make it because it's too long. I mean, it's like about 10 minutes, but I need to show it, right? I need to show it on camera too. And then what is different with this kind of qigong? There are so many different kinds of qigong. It's said there are so many different kinds of qigong as there are different qigong masters. And it's said to be there are 3,000 in the world, right? I had the privilege to learn from one of these 3,000 because 8 of those 3,000 were at Beijing University, and at the hospital I worked at 7.5 years, and in the 2000, from 2001 to 2009, I had the privilege to learn from one of these qigong masters his personal qigong. So the qigong I teach, I share, is originally from a original Chinese Qigong master and not from any other kind of YouTube, whatever, right? So it's something special. So, and I'm sure we will make that. So just contact me or contact Lorrayn, and then we can make a separate session
Well,
about that.
I can get you on a one of my webinars, Dr. Tan. You can do
good.
that for sure. Yeah, do that. And I'll mail out to everybody that you're going to be on. Absolutely, we'll do that.
Good, right. And then I showed you 2 points now, right? Large intestine 4, and I showed you lung 9. So what I was thinking of, I was thinking long, I was struggling, shall I do, shall I not? But I think, Lorrayn, if you give me 1 more minute.
Yeah, because we will need to move on to the last speaker, because she's at the beginning of her day. She's in California, and I don't know what her appointment schedule is today, but she's at like 8 a.m. there, and she will have a day planned, no doubt.
So if you don't do it now, I can do it also. I can also give it as a gift when the others are, when we do the other thing.
There's no problem. She says it's fine. So just
I do it now. Okay.
How long does it take?
A minute, maximum 2.
That's great.
Which is if you want it. So you want it?
We do.
I've never done this. Okay, I've never done this before. Okay, maybe, okay. Well, I could ask you to put on your camera if you want, as a sign that you want it. But however, I just want to share this with you. Which is this point? This is Dr. Tan's. This is my best point. My best point of all turbo acupuncture points.
I'm going to put you on camera now so we can see everybody. So if you want to put your camera on, folks, that would be lovely.
Which I called, but this is really normally, I mean, if I teach this to doctors, I charge €1,000. If they only want that very best thing from me and learn nothing else from me, it's €1,000, right? So I give it for free for you. This is, I don't think anything about this. I just need to show this finger, right? It's the left, right? Let's say the left middle finger, right? And where is the point now? It's Dr. Tan's Grandmasterpoint. That is my best point. I have 12 turbo acupuncture points, and this is best of all because it has such a broad variety of indication, including depression or like depressive episodes, including stress, including insomnia, including several type of pain, including anxiety, because it calms your mind, right? So this is the nail, right? The nail is shaped like a U, right? Now you go on the side where the thumb is, which is this side. So not the side where the small finger is, but where the thumb is. So next to the index finger, you go on here. So we need this side. So where is it exactly? You have this U shape here, right? And now you draw a line here. This is the point of the nail, which is farmost from the tip of the finger, or which is closest to the center of the body, right? This lowest point of the nail. You draw a line, a horizontal line here, right? And then you make another line from here, from this nail, from here, down there, perpendicular to the first line, right? And there where these two lines meet, right, which is somewhere at the edge of the nail, and depending on the shape of the nail, whether it's more U or more square or more V shape, it's more or less far from the edge, right? Again, so here, this line here, this line, and this line, where these two meet, that is the point where you put a ball point, and then you do like this, right? So you press with the ball with gentle force, emphasis also on gentle, not force, gentle force on that. Then you will see, well, does it hurt? Does it not hurt? You should feel it, but it should not terribly hurt, right? And if you go off, then you will see a ditch there. You don't want to see a hole. You don't want to see it bleeding. That was too much then. Gentle force. And then point on that, and then you go like this, massage it a bit, right? Massage it a bit and do the same breathing. Breathe in very slow, as deep as you can, and breathe out. So of course you don't, I do it like this to show you, but you do it, put your hand on the table, for instance, so on a stable ground, right? And then you put the needle, then you put the ball pen on the tip of the ball pen on that point, and then press gently and breathe, right?
Fantastic.
So now you have 1 point here, large intestine 4. You have lung 9 here from both sides. You can press, and you have Dr. Tan's Grandmaster point, right? So, and you can interchange them, right? You can vary, right? Enjoy it.
You've been a complete star. You brought something very unique here today, so as I knew you would. And so I'm going to just say a big thank you to you. And you know what? I will get you. We'll talk, and I'll get you on one of my webinars. I do regular webinars, and everybody who's here will be on my mailing list now, so I can invite them to come to your your a webinar when we can do a whole Qigong session, which would be absolutely lovely. So thank you so much. What time is it there? What time is in the...
It's 20, let's say, no, it's 21 now, 21:17. So 9 p.m., 9 p.m. 20 almost, 9 p.m. 17. So we're here 6 hours ahead.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tan. I'm sure that comes from everybody here saying thank you so much for such an interesting and enlightening.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me, having me, and again for putting this all together. I know how much effort it is, and everybody is so grateful to you. Thank you very much.
See you very soon. Thank you. Goodbye, Dr. Tan.